Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Finding You with Karen. And this channel is just to embrace everyone and to love everyone, give inspiration wherever they can, talk about makeup and skin products and health, and at the same time be able to follow my journey and my path to health, because this is what this is about. You know, whether I get one viewer or one subscriber or a million, this is about my journey to becoming healthy. And if you look at my past videos, you'll understand my journey. And I actually wanted to start this channel last February. Now it's December and I'm really truly starting it. And I've had some bumps in the road this year, and those other videos will kind of explain it a little bit more. Maybe in 2023 I'll sit down and just kind of go over my entire timeline of everything that has gone on this year. But there's a brief synopsis of what's going on. I started off this video with trying to do a holiday look, and some of the colors really just didn't work out for me. But I ended up with more of a night look and some bright red lipstick, which is very unusual for me outside of my box. And I'm really embracing this and trying to do different stuff than what I normally would. So that's what this is. And I'm channeling my inner Gwen Stefani with her red lipstick, I think, going on right now. Actually, I probably need to get some of hers, even though I really don't wear it that often. She's just absolutely gorgeous, and her makeup's always beautiful, and her red lipstick just is, it's a symbolism of who she is. But anyway, I digress. I really squirrel a lot when I start talking. When I start doing my makeup, I kind of like chill out a little bit more. But yeah, anyway, watch the tutorial. If you have any questions or anything, ask. I absolutely will adore that. Any kind of information or discussion that can be had. If you don't mind, hit that subscribe and like button here on YouTube. It will help me. It'll help more people see my videos, and maybe I can help encourage others. If you have the opportunity, go to TikTok, like my channel there. I'm trying to do motivational things daily and to embrace everyone and to show everyone how much I love you and I care about you. And anyway, let's get on. Let's get moving on and get started. And here we go. You have a wonderful day. Okay. First of all, we're going to start off with my favorite, my Power Grip e.l.f. primer. I absolutely love this Power Grip. As I said before, it's a little bit tacky, so I may not like it. There's a couple other ones I really like as well, but this one seems to be my go-to, and it's cheaper. It is a little tacky when you first put it on. I usually only put it around like my nose, where those large pores are. Now my nose, my cheeks, my forehead. And it is a little tacky when you first put it on. It takes a moment to dry, and then just let it dry really well. And then that tackiness goes away. So, I mean, it's just according to what you really like. All right. So we'll let that dry. So while we're letting that dry, I'm going to go ahead and work on the eyes. So today, I'm going to play with a Christmas look. It may completely fail, but I figure, hey, let's try it. It'll be fun. So the first thing I'm going to do is do an eye primer. And this is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I really do need, I got the little ones. They're different colors. But honestly, the colors, like one's a pale pink, it really doesn't matter. They really just kind of go on pretty clear. And these were a cute little pack of 3 for 10 bucks. And I think just from now on, I'll make sure that I get the larger. And it's just harder because, as you can see, like putting my finger in here, it's just hard. So I'm going to have to use a brush. And either that or it gets all in my nails, and I don't like that. This is actually the longest my nails usually are. Usually I keep them pretty cut. But yeah. Alright, so got that on. You know, to make sure the older you get, the elasticity out of your eye goes. Just make sure that if you're using your fingers that you go, you know, make sure that you get all those little creases that you can cause. Alright. Let's see what we have. Alright. So this is the Morphe 35C Everyday Chick Palette. Looks like this. And the colors are Just beautiful, beautiful. So let's see what color we want to start with. I think what color I'm going to use, so I'm going to start with this color right here, this brown or tan. So with that, get it on my brush. Get it on my brush. And then I'm going to just go over. I'm not going into that crease because of my eyes are a little hooded. When I was younger, of course, I'd pretty much take this layer and I would put it up more closer to my eyebrows and into the crease, and I do not do that any longer. You know, now that I'm older and I've got the hooded eyes. So go in here. All right. Another thing I don't do is I don't go up to the bridge of the nose like I have in the past. You know, just kind of, I start maybe, you know, bringing it down into the eye instead of going all the way into the bridge. You can see the skin. Not really hydrated a lot as well this past 24 hours. It's just been an icky day and I've had so much stuff going on. I really have not drank as much water as I need to. So that makes a huge difference as well. All right, so we got those colors in. So now, all right, I don't ever wear these colors, so this is like completely unique to me. So now I'm going to go in with this green. Isn't it beautiful? It's a beautiful green color, so let's try it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm using my It brush. This is the smudger because I like it because it's got this small end here. All right, so I put just enough of the green on here. And what I'm doing is I am making a V right here with this smudger area. It's actually coming off very dark instead of green. It's not really giving me that green vibe. This may end up looking more like a smoky eye than anything because it's just not, it's not as green as I was hoping it to be. I mean, it looks more dark. Maybe when I smudge it out some, it'll look a little better. So I'm going to do that on both sides because I'm very weird. A lot of people will do one eye at a time, but I'm really bad for not doing them equally. So by doing it like this, I can see what I have on the other side, and I can start. Make sure that I do it evenly. All right, so now I'm going to take my little smudgy end of my brush. A little smudgy end of my brush. Look, I've already got stuff on my fingers. All right, I'm going to start moving it out some. Just kind of going in circles, kind of smudging it a little bit. And listen, I'm not a professional. This is just how I've done it and how I've learned to do it. So, all right, so I smudged it a little bit down that side. You know, I hope everyone is having a wonderful time, and I know that right now it's coming into the holidays. It's being a couple of days. I hope to get this posted tonight. And I understand that there's just a lot going on, a lot of stress and anxieties with holidays. Not everyone loves the holidays and is extremely happy for it and jovial for it. But you know, as I've said, if you've watched any of my TikTok videos, you know, it's okay to... It's not abnormal, and it's okay not to be happy and merry and excited for the holidays. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be happy otherwise or just in general over life, But I get it. You know, not everyone's extremely happy over the holidays. And, you know, we have to, as society, realize that not everyone is. And when it comes to that, for mental health reasons, we have to understand that, you know, some people are introverted and some people are omniverted and some people are just don't want anything to do with the holidays due to issues in their past. You know, maybe, you know, they've lost family members this year, or maybe they've lost family members in the past around the holidays, and it's just not happy and exciting for them. So we have to always remember that. I'm going to go in with this green here, and let's see if we can get something. And you guys also have to excuse my beautiful fingernail polish. I tried to do my own polish. I just don't have time with work and everything to go and get my nails done and all that weekly. So I usually do my own. It does not always come out right. I usually don't do anything fun, just a simple color and that's it. But I tried to have some fun for the holidays, and I did some gold at the end, and they're just terrible. Oh, my nails look terrible. Look at that. Oh, they need to be redone as it is. Oh, ugh. Okay. So this is completely not anything what I was wanting it to look like. So let's change it up a little bit. So, so let's do this. Let's go in. With a little bit of a glittery looking, shimmery looking color. I want to put just a little bit of that on the top, just to kind of see if I can lighten that up just a little bit. Still a little dark right here. And what I'm doing by smudging it like this is I'm trying to get it from being so abrupt. One thing to remember when you're doing, when you are doing eye makeup is how you hold your brush. So, you know, holding your brush, you've got a long brush here, it's at least the size of my hand here. So the more control you have, the closer you get to the brush. So, you know, holding it at the end, you've got, you know, more, it's easier to, you know, gently be able to brush out and fade your eyeshadow, as well as if you had shadow on here, it makes it a little bit lighter. Then when you go more inward, you're doing the same exact thing. You have more, it's more control, but at the same time, you know, you are going to be wiping, it's going to be harder, I guess you would say. The closer you get to the brush, the harder it gets. So if you're doing color, you know, if you're at the end, it's lighter, middle, medium, and then the closer you get to that brush, the more control you have, and the more product you're going to get to come off. Also, you have to think about what you're using and the product and how much pigment it has in it, so you have all of those factors as well. But all right, so I'm adding just a little bit of white to that. All right, now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a matte. I'll go in with this little bit of a matte here, matte cream, and I'm going to lighten up the inside of my eyes, because for me, that helps my eyes being smaller and hooded. Okay, so I have never used this either. This is a new one for me. It's Stella Perlina, and it is a little brush here. All right, so so it's a little bit of a glitter. Yeah, this is definitely something that will probably go to my daughter. I'm not a glittery girl. This is more of a glitter instead of a shimmer. And I thought when I purchased it, it was more of a shimmer. And glitter just, one, I'm too old for glitter. Just does not look as good on me. All right, that looks better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I have such an abrupt color, the darker color to the white, is I'm going to go in with this top again, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to get some of it on my brush, and I'm going to go in right here, and that's just going to kind of do like a little bit of a fade for me. This is why I stick to colors that I'm used to, but you know, I've been stepping outside of my box lately. I'm usually very much a neutral brown color, and if you've watched any of my TikToks, I have been stepping out. So let's leave that for now and see what it looks like when you get the makeup on, because a lot of times once you put that your base on and you get your face going, the eye makeup looks a little bit better and different. Okay, so we already put that, already put our primer on. So now I'm going to use my IT Cosmetic Your Skin But Better CC Cream. And this is very well loved. It's light, so you have to excuse the packaging because it is a very well loved product of mine. You know, one of the things we always forget when we're doing our makeup is often in the past, when I would do my base, it was just really quick, done. But honestly, you really should spend time on your base. Make sure you get it evenly across your face and your skin. You don't want your makeup to look like makeup, your base. You want your base to look like your skin. And that's very important. You know, and everybody is different. Like, some people don't care for this type, you know, and it's full coverage. You know, people have to decide what's best for their skin type, their age, you know, everything, how they like to wear. Some people like it lighter. I like a little more coverage because I'm 50 years old, and it covers a lot that of my blemishes and my skin spots and things like that. But I hope that everyone, even if you don't celebrate the holidays, that you have an amazing weekend this weekend, and that you find a way to spend your time that fulfills you and makes you happy. And often we forget about that. Often we do things because others expect us to do them, and we have to start looking out for ourselves and being our own advocate. You know, no matter what that looks like. I have a child that is extremely introverted. Maybe he's more of an omnivert. I mean, he is very, to himself, very quiet, but when he's out in public, like working, he's very different. He's he's very, very joyful and loves people and is very kind, but he'd rather be by himself. Like, or not by himself, but he'd rather do his thing without having to deal with other people, whatever that looks like. And I respect him for that. We always try to encourage him to do things extra, but we don't force him to do things extra. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to go in with some concealer, and what I have is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and it's pretty good. I've used the Lancome brand. Wow, this package is even hard to read with with my glasses on. Fair. It's fair. So, Camo e.l.f. Hydrating Concealer in Fair. And, you know, one thing we have to think about is what I have found is, of course, I've said it before, is that when you were younger, a lot of the girls, they'll put their concealer further down. The problem is that as we get older, we get a lot of these fine lines and wrinkles around our eyes. And you start having a lot of creping and things like that. So you have to be really careful with your concealer. Some women still can wear it, even with the fine lines around their eyes, and it looks beautiful. To me, I feel like it just sinks right into those wrinkles, and it really makes them stand out. So I try to not be as generous with it, although sometimes with these type brushes, the hoof brush type brushes, it still comes out quite a bit, and then I have to just pat it and try to not make it so abrupt on my skin. But anyway, what do you guys have planned for the holidays? Anything? Those of you who celebrate and enjoy, you know, you got Kwanzaa, and we've got Hanukkah going on now, and Christmas coming up, and just everybody who celebrates the holidays is just, you know, preparing and doing things with their family and their friends. And for those of you who do, you know, what are you doing? Are you going to go out and enjoy family, or are you close to someone? You know, I understand sometimes when we grow up, we have jobs that are away from our family. We're not close to home, and that can be hard. So sometimes you have to also make sure you have a good support group. All right, so we've got that on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of set that in for a little bit. And then I know this is going to look really weird. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to set that one, setting and what they call baking. I do it a little bit differently. I don't do, some of them, people do it with like really heavy, thick powder, and I just do not do that. All right, so now what we want to do is brows. So today I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade Caramel. And it looks like this. And it's in caramel. Oh, there we go. It's in caramel. I always have a difficult time with my brows because I just don't have any brows left. They're just, I mean, I have more than some, yes, absolutely. But compared to what I did when I was younger, The one thing I miss with this, as opposed to the Benefit, is Benefit has that little edge that you're able to brush off, and that helps a lot because I'm always worried about getting too much pomade. Sometimes you look at some of these women and these men that do their brows, and they do them so thick and nice and dark, and I can't get away with it. I've tried. Maybe I'll have to meet up with someone one day and let them, someone who knows what they're doing with brows, and let them try to do mine a little bit darker for me and more fabulous as I have paid attention and listened to. But you know, I think one of the things we keep forgetting to pay attention to is our friends and family. You know, we've had a lot of loss this year. We've had a lot of more people diagnosed with disease and illnesses, and it just seems like every year, and maybe it's just that it's the circle that I know. It feels like this year has been more people who have been diagnosed with cancer or this disease or that disease or this problem or that problem, and it just feels like it's kind of overwhelming, because it's just that whole impending fear of who's next, what's next, you know, and it's tough. You know, this has been a tough year for me. In general, you know, as of today, I've had 5 surgeries in 4 years. Knee surgery, 3 foot surgeries, cancer, thyroidectomy, and those things over time just continue to get to people. Like, I don't know, it's hard to say. I'm not depressed, I'm not down, it's just, it feels like it becomes very overwhelming, very overbearing. And I'm the type of person who pushes through stuff and I don't let it get to me, although it's very weird because I'm very much an empath. Like, I feel other people's pain so easily, and yet I ignore my own. It's very odd. I don't understand me. Maybe I'm just an odd person. Oh my goodness. My husband would laugh and agree, but he loves me. All right. So I'm going to try a new palette that I just got. It is called the Cali Contour by Smashbox. And I've heard a lot of great things about it. And lots of fun stuff. You have the contour, bronzer, blush, matte highlight, and shimmer highlight. And I think I'm going to have to read the back to see which one's which. So our contour, our highlight. Okay, and our bronzer. All right. All right. So, I'm going to go in with our contour. This was another thing that took me a little bit to be able to use, because I was just like, no, I don't need that. But honestly now, especially now that I do not go out in the sun and I wear sunscreen, this helps a lot, because I always tan really well, and I've always in my past had some type of tan or darkness to my skin. Although I'm very fair skinned, initially I may have a little bit of redness and some sunburn, but after that I do really well with tanning. So always make sure when you're doing your contour you bring it up into your hairline, because the last thing you need is that abrupt stop, and that goes with your foundation as well. I'm not really sure this helps me or not. I'm very overweight, and I don't really know that it helps, but I understand it does, so hey, why not, right? Okay, so we got that. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so now we want to go with our blush. So this is Blush Mallow Soft Blusher, and it is in the color of Sweet and Chick, and it is very pink. And I have used this before, and it scared me to death to use it because I was just like, that is really pink. But it's not as pigmented, so that actually makes it okay. But this is the product. This is the product. And I've got makeup on it. But this is how pink it is. Like, it is very pink. Like almost bubblegum pink. So what I'll do with that is, so now I'm just going to come in here, this brow line, and just move it. Give myself that pink look, just enough. There we go. Of course, according to age, you know, a lot of people come on out into the cheeks with the pink. I can't, due to my size and the my age. It's just better to stay a little bit more in. All right, it's very pretty. Now let's look at our highlighter. So now we have a highlighter here. So a highlighter, I want to go in just enough. Oh, you let me miss my nose, golly. There we go, a little bit more. So now I'll go in with that highlighter. And I like this because it's not so bright and glittery. So what I used was, I used the bronzer and then the highlighter. And then I just did a really quick sweep of the highlighter, the shimmery highlighter. I guess what they call it. Ooh. All right, let's see. I am just completely trying to debate. Okay, now I'm going to go back in because I've already done all that. I'm going to go back in and kind of go back over my concealer area that I was letting bake. Probably should have done that before I did my blush. But let's see. All right, so now, decisions. I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone with things, and I'm really having a difficult time with it because I don't like change. I am very much a let's do this type person. And I've not used liquid eyeliner in years, and I have not done a lot. So we're going to play with this, and I may completely fail, and if I do, I may have to shut this down, redo my eye makeup, and come back. So we'll see. Let's see how this works. Okay, we ready? This is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Professional Makeup in black. That's a liquid. And it has this very thin applicator. All right, Karen, here we go. All right, I did that okay. But here's the problem. A little bit of a wing here. I know I'm probably doing this completely wrong. I'll be right back. All right. So I'm not going to go and do a big, huge wing. I think just this little bit right here is plenty. But that's the problem, is making sure I do the same thing on the other side. You know how hard that is? Oh no! So, you see what can happen so easily when it comes to makeup. You can easily screw up. So I just went in, used my Clinique take the day off balm, got it off my eyes, and now I shall really quickly do that again. I'll put in the section where to fast forward it to get past this. Ugh. That just stinks. So now I get to guess what colors I used again. Oh my goodness. Have you guys ever had that happen where something you were doing fell and you just, ugh. It just ends up being such a pain. Alright, we've got the base on again. Doing the green again. Really am disappointed in this green that it didn't show more green. It just looks more black. I mean, and I really never do smoky eyes or anything. So it kind of really throws me. It doesn't look as good on me, I don't think. But that's what we're going with today. Let's do some blending. So needless to say, I'm going to practice with the liquid liner before I try it again. That was not my favorite issue. And I have had issues in my past with makeup that quickly and easily were fixed. But that just, it did not like me. It did not like me at all. Still do not like this glitter. But since I have it on the other side, I will use it. So now we will go in with this medium color, kind of do some blending. Okay. I think we're doing okay. I usually just do not experiment a lot. This I did, and I failed a little bit. Anyway. So now, let's do this. So I'm going to go in with NYX Waterproof Gypsy Blue. It's NYX Professional Retractable Eyeliner. Alright. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to go in the waterline. And on this side, or your lens lash line, whatever you might want to call it, this side I'll do fine with. This side I don't have a problem with. I usually bring it to about mid-eye. This side, however, you will see me do this. It tickles me even with it like this. And man, ooh, I didn't blink while I was doing it at least. Usually even holding it, I blink like a crazy woman. Oh. Alright, so I got that color. So now I'm going to go in with NYX liner stick. This is black metal. And we use this one instead of the liquid. See, I brought a extra. Because it is so dark, I'm going to go a little bit more. Usually I don't go this far over or this thick. But I am, because I'm already using that darkness. All right, I'm going to go up just a tad. Really want to learn how to do the little bit of a wing. I don't want to do like the big huge wings, but just some. And I don't do really well. If you guys have a clue on what's the best way to do it, or to help a sister out. All right. Some things I just can't talk and do at the same time. This is one of them. All right. All right. So next, we will do the mascara. I like to use, this is one of my go-tos. This is my expensive go-to, which is on Lancome. It is black, or gunmetal black. I do have a few drugstore ones that I really like that do just as good as this. They last as long, and they do really well. I still want to do Black Friday. I bought a bunch of eyelashes. I'm just too scared to do them. I just have to take that fear out and do them. And I probably will record it so that you guys can laugh with me, because I can guarantee you it is going to be a laugh. But it's a learning curve and figuring out how to do it. And all that fun stuff, right? And just trying to learn how the technique is and to work on it to look good. I don't want big thick eyelashes because I don't think that they will look as good on me. But as you can see, I did not get the family eyelashes. I have one side, my mother's side of the family, who I did get the blue eyes from, but I did not get their eyelashes. Like, some of them just had the big, beautiful, long eyelashes, and they just look so amazing, and I did not get that at all. Since I made this a darker look than what I would normally wear, more of a night look, like a Christmas party, something like that, I did get this duo yesterday from Ulta, and I don't ever wear red, but I got it thinking, you know, I might one day. So with that being said, haha, so I can use it today. So this is a set that I got from Ulta yesterday on sale. I guess it was like, you know, Christmas is almost here, so they're trying to get rid of some of their holiday sets, and this is one of a little holiday set, and it is NYX Line Loud Lip Pencil and Shine Loud High Shine Lip Color, and they are in red. So it's more of the orangey red. So let's try it. I don't usually wear red, but you know, this is kind of a night look, so let's try it, right? The color goes on really well, like very well. Like I said, this is all right, here we go. Wow, it's definitely red. definitely red. So we'll let that dry. So what I'm going to do is while that's drying before I put the gloss on, I'm going to go do my hair and I'll be back. And when I come back, we'll have the final look. I actually just took my hair down and it's not too terrible. So I'm not even going to mess with it because you know what? I'm not going out anywhere. So I think I'm good. I mean, I've got a little bit of frizz back here, but hey, whatever. So this has had a chance to set. If you do not put the lip gloss on at the end, it is a very tacky feel. So that may be something you do not like. All right. I think I do not like the fact that the gloss is this tiny amount. This area, the lipstick itself, the stain, will probably last for a really long time. And I imagine that if you do not have the gloss on it, it is very tacky. Now, with that being said, you can purchase other glosses, I'm sure, to go over it. But as a set, I would have hoped that the gloss would have been a little bit larger, and that way you would have had more use, because if people don't want to buy other gloss or they expect it to last the same amount of time, it's not going to, because this stain is going to last. And it is red. It is red. This is the second time I've ever had red on my lips in my life. And the first time was when I purchased a red and tried it on and then thought, it's not me. But anyway, so here we go. We got the final look. This would definitely be more night look for me. Probably if I was going out to a formal affair sort, I may even make that area a little bit darker. I'm really kind of liking this. I've never done dark colors on my eyes before. I've never done any smoky eyes or anything. I always thought, oh, that just would look horrible on me. But you know, I'm kind of liking it. What do you think? I mean, it's not bad. The red is a little red for me. But yeah. So, you have sat through another video with me of me putting makeup on, and I cannot forget to finish it off. I need to put on my setting spray. Today's setting spray is It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better. Ooh. It Cosmetics But Better. Now I'm probably going to go sit down and watch Netflix with the husband, and he's going to ask me what's going on with my lips. But it's okay, because he loves me. Oh my gosh. You have sat with me through yet another makeup tutorial. I'm really digging the color. Honestly, I really didn't think I would, but I'm kind of liking it. Of course, this wouldn't be a color that I would wear during the day. Definitely at night. And you know, a nice event, something like that. But I'm really liking it. You know, you guys, I love you. I love everything about you guys. I really want this channel to be so many things. Mostly, more than anything, inspiring women and men. I really am appreciative that you're here, and I really am the type of person who just really wants to see people happy. And I understand that they can't be all the time, but I really love to make people feel good and to understand that they're not alone and that there are people out here in this world. And you know, I think one of the things that I've heard so many times from people is you know, they can be in a world surrounded by hundreds of people and yet feel so alone. You know, and I have felt that way. I have always been surrounded by people who loved me, who cared about me, friendships and coworkers and family. And sometimes you go through these things where you could be surrounded by people, you can be embraced by people, you can be standing there with people with their arms wrapped around you tight, not letting go, but yet you feel so alone. And I want my platform to be encouraging and inspiring and loving and kind. And of course, working on me and my health, because if you've watched my other videos, you will see my path and my journey that I have been through this past year. And it's been hard. It has been a long year for me, and I have tried to be very strong through it all, and I think I've done a good job with it, but you know, it beats you down. So we all have hard times and bad days and bad weeks and bad months, and we all have happiness that just surrounds us, that's trying to encourage us and love us and bring us up. And that's what I want to do for others. I want to encourage everyone and to make sure everyone realizes that you are not alone and that you are loved. Even if I do not know you, I love you. You are a person. I love everyone. I don't care what gender you are, what culture you're from. I don't care about the color of your skin. Even my community, my LGBTQIA plus community, I love you all. You know, we are all humans and we all deserve to be loved. I embrace everyone for who they are, and whether that is people who are completely natural, who don't wear makeup at all, people who just be kind to everyone. I don't care who you are or what you are, be kind. I mean, that is the embodiment of what you should be here on earth, and that whatever you push forward, it will come back to you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope your holidays are fruitful with however that looks for you, whether it means sitting at home and enjoying the day all by yourself and alone because you just don't want your tank to be empty, or if that means going out and celebrating and going to every party you can and being with the most amount of people you can, dressed up in your elf ears and your ugly sweater. Just enjoy life. Spending time with your family over Kwanzaa or Hanukkah and embracing your family and loving your family and friends. I love you all, and I hope you have an amazing weekend. Be kind. Be you, find yourself in who you are, and live by that. I love you. Goodbye. Oh, don't forget, subscribe and like. It'll allow me to be seen by more people and hopefully be able to inspire more people in our world. Mwah. Have an amazing day.